19 years ago, I observed my then boyfriend, now husband, buying multiple cans of chicken noodle soup, which was bizarre because he has a poultry allergy. I figured it all out though when he brought me to All Souls the next Sunday for our 1 year anniversary. The cans were for the All Souls Thanksgiving food drive. I knew that first Sunday I wanted to become a member. All Souls made me feel like I had found my people and that DC could be my home. It took my husband bringing me to All Souls because I worried that with my ministerial calling, walking through its doors may change my life. I remember the specific moment in a dingy Senate basement cafe when I was telling my friend that I was likely going to accept the job that I first imagined when I came to DC. Then at the end, I remembered, oh, he should come and march with All Souls for marriage equality. He looked at me and said, you never lit up talking about that job the way you light up talking about your church. I declined the job and applied to seminary. All Souls changed me and the direction of my life because you were the people who valued beloved community more than power. Because I found the halls of Congress to be quite racially segregated, and All Souls restored diversity to my personal community. Because as a 25-year-old, I got to serve on the board with people like Paula Cole Jones. I got to listen and learn from wise, wholehearted people who spoke from their lives. Because I had a ministerial calling, I was trying not to follow, and yet I was at church some days, 6 days a week. I realized that if I continued on the Hill or in public policy, I would often have to focus in on one aspect of someone's life. That often I would have to honestly tell them no, there was no relief or change coming down the legislative pipeline. I realized that I wanted to say yes to people, say yes way more often. I wanted to be with them in the long struggle for change and in making good trouble. I wanted to be with them hearing about how all of that affected their spirit. And I knew if anyone was going to be with me in that, it would be the people of All Souls. So when I say All Souls matters to me, it's because it does. You do. Over these many years, my heart has been tracking the hopes and expectations, all the celebrations and wow moments of Reverend Dr. Susan Newman Moore and Rebecca Parker, the grief, pain, and rawness of Reverend Susan's departure, and then Reverend Rob Hardy's in pandemic when the body and mind and spirit weren't anywhere near ready to process one more thing. In the hopes for the next settled ministry and in the discovery that there is deep restorative work needed. The acceptance that All Souls was not yet ready for settled ministry. Dear ones, it is a lot. But I applied to be your developmental minister not only because I hold a particular love for All Souls in my heart, but also because I've been down this road of restoration before, restoring budgets and staff positions, restoring buildings, restoring a connection to legacy. What I know is that restoration begins and grows in the good work of building trustworthy relationships within community. I know that it is very possible for All Souls to have its best years in ministry ahead. Our work together is to make this possible. I will start July 1st, and I will need to learn so much more about All Souls, and most importantly and joyously about you. I hope that you will help me, in part by scheduling a meeting with me my first year. I believe in All Souls, and I hope that you do too. May there be blessings ahead.